Welcome back to the next episode. The underground cell is made of stamped earth and rusted iron. Jungkook reflects his rage, tasting the strength of the resistance Yoongi was working on. Jungkook whispering, "How did you even get in here?" Yoongi smiled, pulling a small blade from his sleeve and slashing through the ropes. Yoongi, you're not the only one with connections. Jungkook's hands were free. He rolled his wrist, his body tense and anticipated. Jungkook, where are my men? Yoongi, waiting outside, but we have a problem. Minister Park encouraged security. If we don't move now, they will move you to more secure locations. Jungkook crashed on the breath. Then let's go. Yoongi nodded, holding handing Jungkook a knife. Yoongi, we will have to fight our way out. Jungkook smiled, voice cold. Jungkook got good. I need to relieved some stress. Taehyung sighed, breaking free. Taehyung's fingers trembled slightly as he worked on the illusion screw on the wall. Every second counted. Jimin groaned beside him, barely conscious. Jimin weakly, "You okay?" Taehyung sought him a determined glance. Taehyung, "I will be. Just hold on." Finally the screw was free. He quickly picked up a broken chair leg, using the sharp end to pry the lock on Jimin's chain. Footsteps echoed down the hallway. Taehyung panicking, "Damn it, they are coming." With the final twist, the lock clicked open. Jimin slammed forward, but Taehyung catch him. "Taehyung, come on, we are getting out of here." Jimin nodded weakly, and Taehyung wrapped his arm around his shoulder. The door cracked open, relieving a guard. Taehyung didn't hesitate. With all his restraint, he swung the broken chair leg, striking the guard in the temple. The men collided instantly. Jimin amazed, and remind me never to make you angry. Taehyung, his yelled sharply. Taehyung, let's move with Jungkook. Jungkook moved like a shadow, taking down guards with strides. Yoongi followed closely, covering his back. The hallway was a battlefield. Bodies falling, guns off, pain filling the air. Finally, Jungkook spotted a locked door at the end of the corridor. Taehyung had to be inside. Jungkook to Yoongi, "Cover me." Yoongi nodded, taking out another approaching guard. Jungkook kicked the door open. His eyes began finding Taehyung. For a split second, everything around him blurred. Taehyung wide eyes met his relief flooded through them. Both Taehyung Jungkook pulled him into a tight embrace before checking Jimin's condition. "Jungkook, can you walk?" Jimin gave him a tight smirk. "Jimin, if you carry me." Jungkook rolled his eyes as Yoongi helped support Jimin. Yoongi urgently, "We need to go now." With enemies closing in, they sprinted towards the exit. Just as they reached the outer gate sign and blood, Jungkook turned his heart dropping. Mr. Park stood at the entrance, smirking. "Mr. Park, did you really think it will be that easy?" Jungkook tightened his grip on Taehyung's wrist. Jungkook muttering, "Get ready to run." That night air was thick with tension as Jungkook tightened his grip on Taehyung's wrist. Minister Park stood in the entrance, his smirk dropping with arrogance. Behind him, a line of guarded blocked their escape. "Minister Park, did you really think he could just walk away?" Jungkook's eyes burned with Jungkook, "You are going to regret not killing me when you had the chance." Minister Park let out a low clutch. "Minister Park, oh Jungkook, I was never going to kill you, not yet." You are too valuable, Jungkook sneered. Jungkook, I don't give a damn about your plan. I am taking Taehyung and Jimin and we are leaving. Minister Park's mark faded as he nodded to his men. Minister Park, thank you. Leave me no choice. Guard raised their weapon. Yoongi whispering Jungkook, we can't take them all. Jungkook glanced at Taehyung who was standing strong beside him. Despite the danger, he was no longer the frugal boy Jungkook once thought he was. Taehyung, I'm not running. Jungkook heart clenched. He wanted to protect Taehyung from this world, from this violence, but he also knew Taehyung wasn't weak. Jungkook shortly then stayed close. Without warning, Jungkook launched his first guard. The first guard didn't even have time to react before Jungkook's fist crashed into his jaw. Crush erupted. Chaos. Yoongi moved like a ghost, taking down enemies with swift, concluded precision. Taehyung refused to stand idly by, grabbed a fallen guard's weapon and swung it at any approaching attacker. Jungkook grinning beside, despite the danger. Not bad, Taehyung. Taehyung pointed. I'm not helpless, Jimin groaned as he leaned against the wall. I would help, but I think I'm dying. Yoongi rolled his eyes. Yoongi, you are not dying. Just sit there and look pretty. Gunfire erupted from the entrance. Jungkook crushed Seal. Minister Park, enough of this nonsense. Jungkook turned just in minute to see Minister Park pull a gun aimed directly at Taehyung. Jungkook eyes widen. No, a shot rang out. Taehyung gave system a back. Jungkook's breath catch in his throat as he reached for him, but then Minister Park collapsed behind him. A frail-looking woman stood, a smoking gun in her trembling hands. Jungkook's entire body went cold. Jungkook barely whispering, Mother. The woman saw me. Jungkook's real mother dropped the gun, her body shaking with silent sobs. So man, I wouldn't let him hurt you anymore. Minister Park coughed, blood spilling from his lips as he gaped up at her. Man, I wouldn't let him hurt you anymore. Minister Park coughed, blood spilling from his lips as he glared at her. Mr. Park weakly, you Soman's eyes were filled with pain, but her voice was steady. Soman, you stole my son from me and handed him to Jihan. You made my life a nightmare. This is justice. Jungkook felt frozen in place. His mother, the woman he had spent years thinking was dead, was alive, and she had just saved them. Taehyung, despite the shock, reaching for Jungkook's hand. So Taehyung softly, Jungkook, she is here. Jungkook to Yoongi, we need to leave now. Yoongi nodded. He pulled Jimin into his bag while Taehyung helped steady Sumin as they stepped over Mr. Park's motionless body. Jungkook couldn't help but whisper, Jungkook, this is the end of you. Minister Park's eyes fluttered, sir. Whether is lived or die no longer mattered. Jungkook was free. The night was eerily silent as Jungkook, Taehyung, Yoongi, Jimin, and Sumin drove away from Minister State. The weight of everything that had happened pressed heavily on Jungkook's chest. He kept his hands clenched around the steering wheel, his mind racing. Taehyung sat beside him, his fingers twitching as if he wanted to reach for Jungkook but wasn't sure if he should. Taehyung softly, Jungkook, are you okay? Jungkook let out a bitter laugh, his grip tightened on the wheel. Jungkook, I don't even know what okay means anymore. So many staring in the back, watching him with sorrow-filled eyes. Suman Jungkook, I know this is not a lot to take in, but I'm here now. Jungkook chills softly as jaw clenches. Jungkook, you are here now, mom. But where were you when I needed you when I was growing up in that monster's house, when I spent my whole life worshipping a man who killed my real father. Someone flinged her hands trembling in her lap. Xiaomin, I was locked away. Jungkook Jihan kept me prisoner. I fought. I screamed. I tried everything to escape, but he had too much power. Jungkook's throat tightened, hearing her voice. Seeing the pain in her eyes made it impossible not to feel sympathy for her. Yoongi quietly, we should rest for the night. It's too dangerous to keep moving without a plan. Jungkook nodded swiftly. He pulled the car into the abandoned where safe house he and Yoongi had used before. As soon as they were inside, Taehyung walked over to Jungkook. Taehyung, came with me. Jungkook frowned but allowed Taehyung to pull him towards one of the rooms. Once they were alone, Taehyung turned to face him, his eyes burning with determination. Taehyung, talk to me. Jungkook scoffed, rubbing a hand on his face. Jungkook, about what? That my whole life was a lie, that my father and the man I spent years away was a murderer, that my mother was alive all this time and I was a stupid who did not know anything. Taehyung took it closer. Taehyung, you don't have to go through this alone. Jungkook breathed in change. He wanted to push Taehyung away, to drown in his own pain, but the warmth in Taehyung's eyes made it impossible. Without thinking, Jungkook reached out for him, pulling him into a tight embrace. Jungkook whispering, I don't know what to do anymore. Taehyung wrapped his arm around Jungkook's wrist. The next morning, Jungkook woke up of the feeling of warmth beside him. He blinked, realizing Taehyung had fallen asleep next to him, his head resting on Jungkook's shoulder. For a moment, Jungkook just watched him. Taehyung looked peaceful, his lips slightly parted as he breathed softly. A soft smile tugged at Jungkook's lips, but the peace didn't last long. A knock on the door startled them both. Yoongi from outside, we have a problem. Jungkook immediately got up, opening the door for Yoongi, holding a laptop. Yoongi, Jihan not done. He is already working on getting out of the asylum. If he does, we are all in danger. Jungkook felt his blood run cold. Jungkook, then we finish this for good. Taehyung grabbed Jungkook's hand, squeezing it. Taehyung, not with revenge. Jungkook, we do this the right way. Jungkook stared at him. The old him would have laughed at such an idea, but not looking at Taehyung at the way he held on to hope. Despite everything, Jungkook wanted to believe in that too. Jungkook softly, okay, we do it in your way. Taehyung smiled, relief shining in his eyes. For the first time, Jungkook wasn't driving by revenge. He was choosing something else. He was choosing love. Jungkook stood at the center of the room, his hands balled into the fist. He stared at the laptop screen. Yoongi had pulled her purse, exposing Jihan's plan documents, showing his influence over government officials, proof of illegal deals, and most important, a secret escape plan. influence. So men who had been silent until now took a deep breath and stepped forward. So men, I have something. Everyone turned to her in surprise. Jungkook, what do you mean? So men agitated, her eyes flickered with pain. So men, before Jihan locked me away, I found something, a video recording. It contains undeniable proof of Jihan confessing to the murder of your real father. Jungkook's breath catch in thought. Someone, I hid it before he could destroy it. It's still there. If we get it, we can expose him completely. Jungkook clenched his jaw. Jungkook, where it is? Someone made his gaze. Someone inside the mansion in Jihan's personal story. A heavy silence filled the room. Going back there meant stepping directly into the lion's den. Yoongi, that place is still under Jihan's control even if he is locked away. His men are still guarding it. Jungkook determined it. Then we go and carefully we get the video and we end this once and for all. They all agreed with the plan. Later that night, Jungkook, Yoongi, Taehyung and Jimin prepared for the mission. Jungkook pulled Taehyung aside from their left. Jungkook softly, you don't have to come. A heavy silence. Jungkook's heart clenched. He wanted to protect them, but he also knew that this was Taehyung's fight as much as it was his own. He nodded. Jungkook, stay close to me, okay? Taehyung smiled. Taehyung always. Inside the mansion, breaking in was easier than expected. Yoongi disabled the security system and they moved silently through the halls of the dark mansion. Jungkook led them to Jihan's study. The room was just as he remembered, cold, elegant, filled with the accent of expensive leather and power. Somin walked to the bookshelf and pressed a hidden panel. A small compartment slid open, revealing an old USB drive. Someone whispering, this is it. Just as she grabbed it, a loud voice goes through the room. God, who is there? Footsteps thunder under them. Jungkook crouched, Jungkook run. They sprinted down the hall, but guards were already closing in. Jimin quickly pulled out a smoke bomb, throwing it on the ground. A thick cloud of smoke filled the hallway, giving them enough time to escape. Sprinted down hall, but guards were already closing in. Jimin quickly pulled out a smoke bomb, throwing it on the ground. A thick cloud of smoke filled the hallway, giving them enough time to escape through the back entrance. As they reached their getaway car, Jungkook glanced at Taehyung, who was panting beside him. Jungkook, are you okay? Taehyung nodded. Back at the safe house, they plugged in the USB. A video played in the screen. Jihan's voice filled the room. Jihan on the video, yes, I killed down my own brother. He was weak. He didn't deserve what he had, so I took it. I made sure his wife suffered, and I made sure his son would never know the truth. Jungkook's face tightened. Jungkook whispering, it's over. Tomorrow they would release the video. Tomorrow it's Jihan's after would end, but just as Jungkook turned to Taehyung, ready to embrace him, a loud explosion shook the building. The safe house doors burst open. Jihan's men had found them, and this fight wasn't yet to be continued. So everyone, what do you think? What is gonna happen next? There is not much left in the story. Hope you will enjoy this. How was this episode? Comment it down. See you again in the next episode. Take care of yourself. Love you. Bye bye. Bye.